Hello everyone, welcome to a Tranquil Thursday before a long weekend in the States, which is amazing. I am stoked for some rest and some peace. So today we're going to be doing our little crafts, per usual. I'm going to just fix my camera real quick, make sure we have some music while we're crafting and get us all set up. I think I should be good. Let me just cross check. Okay, looks like we're good on Twitch. Okay, and let's see YouTube. All right, cool. Looks like we're set. Awesome. So let me adjust one thing real quick. Cool. And then I will put on some music for us because I feel like it's nice to have some music while you're crafting. It's cozier that way. Let's see. I hope that everyone's having a great week so far and that you have something fun planned for either the long weekend if you're in the States or the weekend if you're elsewhere. So tonight we're going to be doing some Sashiko, which is a completely new craft to me. I'm still very much learning it. And it's basically pattern stitches. It's stitching. It's a Japanese craft, and it means little stabs, and it's little rows, columns of pattern stitching, and it looks absolutely incredible. And I've been wanting to do it for a very long time since actually I think I saw something my fiance got and I think it looked so cool and I'm like, I should learn how to do that. It's a labor of love. It takes so long to do, not only for the actual stitching, but also to get your pattern ready and all the things. So I'll tell you a little bit about what I did to get us prepped for the stream tonight. And I've been wanting to do this specific stream for a while, but I was procrastinating a little bit because it takes a lot of setup and I still had a few things that I needed to figure out before I could do this. And I'll share, especially as a beginner, what is helpful for me for like setting up Sashiko, and making sure that I have something that actually I can follow as I'm doing it. Okay, so here is our music. And hopefully you can hear that. Let's see. Not sure if you can yet. Very, very low. Let me see if I switch over to my crafting. Yeah. Okay, you can hear it when I'm in this setup, I think. But let me know if you're not able to. Okay, cool. So to set up Sashiko, there's a few things that I did. The first is, and you don't need to do all of this if you're a beginner and you're trying to get yourself set up, but I do think that some of this helps, especially because I needed something that I could easily follow. So let me actually turn down on my end. Okay, cool. So I'll do one more thing. Left, I think. Nope. Let's grab it. slow. Trying to fix the image on here. Do a little more on this side so that you can better see. It's not the most intuitive thing on here, I must say. Okay, there we go. Alright, so that's what I want. I want this here. And this here. Perfect! Okay, we got it. Great. So now that we're good and set up, alright, so let's get started. I did a few things to get ready for the stream, and as a beginner, I think these are helpful tips for you too. You want to have a pattern, and you can find some online. I actually got this book because I plan on doing this pretty regularly, and it has like a bunch of different Sashiko patterns on there. It even has kind of like a key of all the patterns, and I had my fiance pick out the ones that he wanted me to embroider. I'm going to be embroidering or doing a Sashiko on his shirt, so I'm going to be doing this stitch here and this one here without the colors. This is just going to be white. So it gives you a pattern here. So for this pattern, what I did was I kind of created this pattern on my I still showing, I'm not sure. Sometimes our internet is wonky, but hopefully I'm still live. Anyway, so I had him pick out patterns from here. And what I did was I recreated these patterns on my computer using literally PowerPoint, and I put, these are, I believe, 5 millimeters apart or something like that. I don't remember the exact number, but I basically recreated the grid and I created the pattern on my computer, and then I printed them out on, this is one of the patterns that we were considering, I printed them out on water-soluble paper. So that way I could basically cut out the part that I want, and then I can stick it on the garment. So this is one of the patterns that we're going to be doing. I have his shirt that I'm going to be doing Sashiko on, and I basically just stuck them on here. And this is water soluble. I can wash it after with some warm water and we'll be set. So I'm going to follow the patterns from there. So that's how I did it. So just to quick recap, find a pattern, a Sashiko pattern that you like. If you're a beginner, you can find it online. You can get a book like this. I really like this book actually, because it has all of these different patterns, and there's like a pattern guide that I think looks really nice too. And it gives you different ideas of different Sashiko that you can do. And recreate the pattern somehow, maybe on your computer, or you can get any pattern online. Get some water-soluble paper. I got this one. You can get really anyone that you find online, and then you can have it printed on the water-soluble paper, cut out the parts that you want, and then you can stick it on the garment to follow. And that's how I am going to set up to do Sashiko as a beginner. Okay, so I have this, and I also need, of course, some thread and needles. And all of these are Sashiko thread and needles. So I like to actually get the longer ones because that helps me to be able to do more stitches on one needle. And then I'm going to put my thread on it. Let's see. This is my first time using this thread because I haven't done Sashiko much. I literally just practiced on one other garment. It was actually a Sashiko pattern garment. So it's my first time actually doing one from scratch. We'll see how I do. Maybe a threader would actually be very useful for this. But I have a drink, so I'm just going to wet it and thread it through. So very, very small, small hole. There we go. Third time's a charm. It's very thick thread, which I appreciate. Okay, so this is supposed to be the type of Sashiko that you could just do with one line of thread. There are, in the book, it called it different things if it's one versus multiple. I'm forgetting the name right now. I'm trying to find the one that it mentioned. Let's see. Hitomizashi, so one stitch Sashiko, where you could just use the same thread around. So I am going to pull like a pretty long one, I think, but not too long so that it doesn't get tangled. I think you can start it from what I've read in different ways, but I am going to I'm going to do a knot, a small knot, so that it's more secure. Cut out the end a little bit. And then I'm going to start on this side. I think it actually tells me how to do this too. So let me just go to this one. It says to start in the middle. So go like this, around. Okay. And from there, I guess I could do the zigzag. Probably cut it here, to be fair, and then restart. Oh boy. Don't know how to continue doing this, so the thread is just one, because if I just do all around for this zigzag, let's see, I would end up down here, so maybe I could just do this. Actually, yeah, okay, that works. So let's start. So we're saying we're going to start on the zigzag. And which side do we start in? Does it matter? Not really. I'm kind of nervous doing this. I don't want to ruin his shirt. Even though he says he barely wears it, but let's see. Might be easier for me to start on. Oh, it's down here, I think. Yeah, okay. It said I was going to start down here. All right. We're going. Wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck. This thread is thick. Okay. Oof. Alright. First stitch. So you're supposed to use the garment to move, I think, from what I've read. Instead of pushing the needle through, you push the garment through. And I'm going to finish on top so that it's easier for me to go back in. Right. I have no clue how this is going to turn out. The other thing is, I want to make sure that the thread is tight enough that it lays flat. Okay. This is all of the research that I've done on this, all coming out in this one practice. Okay, I already see one of them is a little bit too short, but I will not fixate on making this perfect. The whole point is that this is not perfect. And I think this was used back in the day to make repairs. So it wasn't anything actually fancy. Golly. It's even hard to push. There we go. I did love to sew as a kid. Like when I first learned back in like grade school to sew, I really enjoyed it. So this is fun to me, a fun challenge. I might actually want to pull like a smaller needle for the next time so that it's easier to pull. So I also can't pull it too tight because then fabric will kind of tighten up, or bunch up I should say. So I need it tight enough where it lays flat, but not so tight that the fabric bunches. And this fabric is actually cotton. It's very thick. So it's making it a little bit hard for me to do multiple stitches at once. But we'll do what we can. And I'm very much trying not to end in the back because that'll be hard for me to come in. Hi, Miranda. Oh my gosh, this heat is insane. Let's not even. I walked out once today and it felt like I was getting toasted. It's crazy. Definitely make sure you're drinking plenty of water and getting cool whenever you can. I do have a smoothie and it's very, very cold, which is great. I've been trying to remind myself to drink water, but it's easier said than done for me. Oh no, so this one's too tight. So I need to loosen this. Maybe I'll try pulling it up. There we go. All right. I'm very excited to see how this turns out when it's completely done. Whoops. I think I was supposed to go further down, if I'm not mistaken. Gotta come back. Come back from this mistake. Can't really see it, which is great. So let's see, we're going down. So this is where we want to be, all the way down here. Can't totally see, yeah. I'm pulling it way too close to my face. There we go. These needles are strong because I am really pushing this in. I'm thankful for that. Thick thread on thick fabric. Yeah, that's an arm workout. I might just do just one at a time, just with this needle. I really like the way that the white looks on the denim looking color, so this should be a fun design after it's done. And this shirt, my fiance actually got in Japan when we were there. It's from a pretty cost-effective shop. It's pretty cheap, which was nice. It's kind of like the Primark of Japan. Like just very, very low cost, which was nice. Goo? The brand is Goo.
Oh, it's like under.
Yeah, it's a lower tier than Uniqlo. But same, I think it's the same company that owns both Uniqlo and this brand.
Does above Uniqlo? You got your shirt.
PLS, I think, is the brand above Uniqlo. No, just PLS. I think. I can't remember totally. My fiance was asking me what the other brands are called. There's Uniqlo, there's Goo, and I think there's like a PLS or something, like above Uniqlo from that same company. I can't totally remember. Don't quote me on that. What is happening on the back here? Interesting. Are you doing anything fun for the long weekend, Miranda? I'm just excited for this weekend to not have much to do, to be fair, because I'm kind of tapped out from doing anything. I took like one trip recently to pretty far, and we got really delayed on our train. I think I told the story in a previous stream, but I feel like after that trip I've just been like kind of laying low. But I feel like I like long weekends like that where you could just relax. So my plan is to do as much as I can of this during the stream, and even if I'm not done like with like all of the sleeve, I'm going to get one of the big bowls that we have and fill it with warm water so that you can see what this looks like when it doesn't have like the water-soluble paper on it too. So we will eventually get to a little reveal. Hopefully we can do at least one sleeve, but we'll see. I'm a little bit slower at this, so we'll see how far I can get. I at least do want to finish these two, but the vision is each of these patterns are going to be alternating all around his sleeve for the shirt, and then on the other side as well. So on the other side I have one piece done, and I'll keep sticking them. I actually have these that I've cut out, and I'm just going to stick them and continue doing the pattern all around his shirt. So I'm excited to see what this looks like. Hopefully he'll like it. I wonder if the other needles are like thinner? Not totally. They are shorter, but not really thin. I guess that's the point, like it's meant to go through thicker fabric, so it's meant to be thicker. Plus the Sashiko thread is also pretty thick, so it needs the space to go through, so I guess that makes sense. Trying not to finish in the back, but I think this one I will just leave it in the back so I can recenter. I think that's a little bit easier for me actually. Say that yet. Definitely not. Ah, there we go. Wow, it was really hard for me to come back up in the right spot. I admire people who can do this super fast. I guess it's practice too. I do have to remember to push in the fabric instead of the thread. Okay. Let me try to do like I'm supposed to and have multiple at once now. Oop. See how we do with that. Okay. Okay. Woo. Yay, we did it! We did multiple! Wow, that was actually really hard. This one's not totally even. But again, this is supposed to have some imperfection. I mean, anything handmade has imperfection. That's kind of the point. But this especially is supposed to have a little bit of imperfection. And Sashiko is actually... The real Sashiko is always handmade, which is cool. Let's see. Functions this. I am mesmerized by this. So cool. Okay. Had to get some leverage there. Getting all tangled. I really like this, the leverage, pushing it down. I don't know if this is an actual technique or if it's just something I made up. I probably made it up. I didn't read that you should do that anywhere, but it's easier for me to pass through the fabric if I push it in like that. Okay, let's see. Oh no, I finished in the back. Alright, let's see if I could do better with coming back up this time. I think we can do it. I think we can do it. We did it! Yay! It's so satisfying when you get things right. It's a lot of turning of fabrics. Sashiko too. To get the right angle. Maybe I'll put you like here so that you can always see it because I keep pulling it closer to me. There we go. Where did this go? There we go. Okay, we're going a little bit faster, which is nice. Oh, try not to prick myself either. All right. Go. We're making progress. Try to go a bit faster so that we can try to finish. Okay, thank you. Ow. My fiance talked to me. I answered, and then I break myself. Oh, this requires a lot of focus. Aha! I get it. I get it, I get it. Go a little bit faster so that way I could try to finish at least one, if not both of these sections here. I think having that little leverage is very, very helpful for me. Okay, it's definitely coming along. We'll be done with one upper sections. I think we can definitely finish this first pattern at least. I'm hoping we can also do the next one. So I can show you what both of them look like at the end. These definitely look like little stabs. I see the reference in the name. feel like this is a type of craft that I would only really do for someone I really, really, really love. As long as my fingers don't become little stabs. That's so true. Yeah, I've stabbed myself once already today, and I'm trying not to make that happen again. This is actually not this is not from that stab. I was trying to open a shampoo bottle and got kind of a paper cut feeling or looking type of thing from that, so yeah, this is not due to embroidery or Sashiko. No finger was harmed in the making of these stitches. Only slightly scared. Okay. Now we're doing the last part of this section. This line. Oh, accidentally stabbed myself again. To be careful with this needle. I admire tailors so much. Speaking of which, I need to go get pants that have been sitting at the tailor. But being able to work with needles all the time, wow. Okay, so now the moment of truth. Which direction do I go? I think the easiest is probably like up here again. Yeah, let's do it. Go on the other side of this diagonal that we have going on here. And I'll need to, whoop, that was not straight, darn. That's kind of annoying, but let's not let that get to us. I was thinking about needing to switch threads soon. So I'll need to backstitch so I can close this up. Trying to at least finish this line with this thread. Alright. Awesome. Now let's do some, I feel like I still have quite a bit of thread left. I'm going to keep going. I don't want to waste any of the thread. But I also need enough for the back stitching. It's push and pull. I'll do 2 more and then I will do my back stitching. Finish this one in the back. Whoop. here. This is what it looks like in the back so far. It's pretty too. Okay, so here, so we want to do some back stitching so that it doesn't show in the front. Oh, the trickery. Where did we come from? Ah, let's see. Came from here. I see it. Hard not to make it show in the front. Back stitching so that it stays. Oop. Okay. And there we go. So I'm going to cut this. I'll try to do a little knot on this too, so that it's extra secure. I don't really have to do this because I have the back stitch, but just in case. What is happening to the music? I'm going to put this back on. There we go. It's harder to do with the band-aid because I don't have friction with the band-aid. Okay, I have to do it the old-fashioned way. The long way. There we go. Little tiny knot. Extra security. Oh no, I guess I pulled it too much. I have to release the knot actually. It needs to go back a little bit. Whoopsies, hopefully it doesn't undo it. Let's see. I'm just giving it some space. Okay, there we go. We're good. Yeah, it's actually secure. Perfect. Okay, so let's do some more. I'm going to try and switch our needle just to see what happens. Oh, but these needles are so small though. Oh boy, I'll try. Wish me luck. Alright, listening to the song again. I'll do some longer thread now. Now that we're getting comfortable. I think a threader is definitely helpful. With a thicker thread. Whee! This should give us a little bit more. Not to have this thing tangle. We're good. Success. Do a little knot on here. Wet my fingers. There we go. Cut the extra a little bit. Tight knot. Success. So I am going to go back over some of these just to extra secure them. I guess I pull some of this over. Take this out. There we go. I think that was one stitch that was a little bit short, so gives me the ability to make it a little bit longer. Let's see if this needle will be better to us. Ah, definitely feels easier. I'm happy with this. Alrighty. Okay. There we go. Push this through. This. All right. There we go. I feel like I already like the way that it looks. I think the art of Sashiko is so cool. It's just beautiful. Wow, we're going through this side so much quicker. Guess that's what happens when you go back to practicing. I think the first pattern that I made, it was actually a pre-made pattern on a towel. I think I probably spent 3 days straight just always doing Sashiko. I was obsessed with doing it. Just so fun. It's so relaxing to do a repeating pattern like this. And the result is just so beautiful. But yeah, definitely a labor of love. It takes quite a bit to do this. So I started doing the 5-minute journal, which I'm really enjoying. And one of the things that it has me do at night is talk or write out the highlight of my day. And I think the highlight of today for me might be that we signed up for a new gym, and it is Such a beautiful gem. I don't think I've ever been that excited to go work out before. Mainly also because after the workout, it has like a massage chair. And after I used a massage chair today, I felt like I was floating, leaving the gym. It was amazing. It's kind of like a little reward for me after working out. Motivation to actually go work out. It looks like stars now. It's very pretty. You know, the funny thing is when I was preparing and creating the pattern and sticking it on to here, I thought to myself, oh, I should really just do the whole sleeve. Not realizing how slow I would be at doing this. Oh, no, 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 no. This one's not straight at all. There we go. That's better. So with crochet, I've gotten to a point where I can look at it and be able to read the stitches and be able to know if something's going to come out wonky. I hope I get to a point that I'm going to be able to do the same with Sashiko. So that way it's not only when I see the stitch that I'm like, ooh, no, should have done this differently or something. So at that point, it's already too late. So yeah, my fiance might end up with one side of his sleeves that's kind of wonky, a little bit wonky, and the other side not so wonky. Because as I progress, it's just, I hope it's just gonna get better and better. Push it through. There we go. It's definitely easier with this needle than the previous one, even though I could do more stitches with the other one. This one's so much easier to pull through that it makes it worth it. Because even though I could add more stitches to the other one, I wouldn't want to because it would be so impossible to pull through. The texture is also really cool. Oh no, this made a little knot somehow. There we go, undid that. Ooh, that came really close to my finger. To underneath my fingernail. Oh, that would have been painful. I need to be careful when I get excited. Okay, so where do I come back up? Maybe we do the vertical lines next. There we go. And the pattern continues. This one will be quicker than a diagonal line, at least. And this is mainly to give it a border. That's why I am adding these. Oop. Here. Go. Oh. Oop. Hold too hard. Okay, there we go. I want to undo some of these tangles. It twists at some point. There we go. Clear. The coast is clear. What is happening here? Oh. Just twisted on itself. Go. Of course, my fiance had to pick the most complicated patterns. Pretty, yes. Also complicated. Okay, trying to make sure it sits between the stitches. I hit the camera. This song gives me Ghibli vibes. I think I might need a little bit more thread just to finish up this pattern. I want to do the other one too so that you can see that pattern too when I take out the outline that I have underneath. Oof. Well, that was my finger. Ha! Third stab of the night. That one was deeper than the others, but hopefully it doesn't draw blood. As long as it doesn't, we're in a good place. I should wear a thimble while doing this too. I think that would be helpful. But I usually do a pretty good job of keeping my fingers away from needles. Okay, no blood. We're doing good. I can definitely see why this is used to reinforce jeans or make repairs, because this is feeling thick. Ooh, let's see. This, and out here, and then down here. I'll finish in the back for this one. Okay. And then on the other side, here. I think I'll be able to finish these verticals, and for the horizontals, I'll change the thread. And that should be it for this pattern. I'm curious, has anyone done Sashiko before? Do you have tips in order to make the patterns? Because I think even outside of this, the hardest part for me was even creating these and then sticking them on and all of that. I think I like this part of actually stitching. I don't love the part of making the pattern. This one's kind of feeling tight. I wonder if I can pull it a bit. There we go. Much better. Finding the happy middle can be pretty tough. Not too tight, so that it's not, it doesn't get, oh, let me finish in the back. It doesn't get pulled, but not too loose, so that the stitches actually lay flat. Definitely stabbed me, but only the top of the skin layer. Count that as a win too. Wait a sec. Ow. Wait a second. Oh, I totally missed this layer in the middle. Haha. I'll come back for you. This perfect timing since this thread is finishing up anyway. There we go. Let's back stitch for this one. Gosh, I didn't leave myself a lot of thread at all. I feel like this might be better to not. Well, or not, actually. No, this is good. Yeah, this is good. Great. I'm going back and forth about it. I'll make a little knot. Mainly so my fiance isn't tempted to pull it. Thank you. Oh my gosh, Camille, I've stabbed myself 4 times already in the last hour and a half, so I feel you on embroidery being hard. I feel like Sashiko especially is a special type of art because of the need for consistency between the stitches and following the pattern, but I really enjoy it. Especially, I love the finished product. I think it looks so pretty that even though it's a labor of love, I'm like, it's worth it. Whoop. I feel like the hardest part is threading this small needle with this thick thread. There we go, I think. Come in. Yay, hey, we did it. I learned in grade school, I think, originally for like sewing, and then I would do, as a kid, I would do like different like sewing things because I enjoyed it a lot. But Sashiko is like, it's like a special, it's like a Japanese stitching technique. That one is very new to me, so this I'm still kind of learning, so I still need patches to show me the patterns and all of that, versus people who are really good at it can just do it off the top of their head, which is so impressive to me. I think we might just finish this one pattern for tonight, because I do want to do a reveal so that you see what it looks like. I'll have to take this one out, I think, just so it doesn't come off. I want to be able to do it. So I'll take it out, then put it back on another time. But I do want to show you what at least our first one looks like. I cannot believe I'll be doing this all around the sleeves on both sides. Definitely a labor of love. But to be fair, I get so into stitching and also crochet, that does that to me too, that I get lost in it. I could do this for hours on end and not get tired of it. Oh, it's going to look really cool. I think. I hope. If I do it right. But it's going to take me a while to do, I think. I say that, but we have a long weekend and I'm going to be home, so guess what I'll be doing all weekend? I'm actually pretty excited about it, to be fair. I'm stoked. I saw a few people do like projects like this with just repairs or different intricate Sashiko patterns. And yeah, I thought like something like this would be, especially with the taper like that. This book is also super helpful to actually see what people do or like get inspiration. Like people do tote bags, like they do cushions. It could be pretty cool. Yeah. Oh no, we're not barbecuing, but we might get barbecued because it's so hot in Boston right now. It's bad out there. But we don't have a backyard because our place is too small. Well, I feel like most places in Boston kind of get like that. Whoa. Okay, there we go. But I'm stoked for just having nothing to do for the long weekend, to be fair. Are you guys barbecuing, especially in your new place? Ugh. I wanna hear how the decor and everything is going to. Let's see. I hope you can hear the music. It paused for a bit, but I'm going to put another one on. There we go. But hopefully the music is coming through okay. Okay, there we go. But yeah, this is feeling very, very thick, especially with the thicker thread of Sashiko. So now, I kind of want to look at my jeans and see if there's any that need repairs. I'm already thinking about new projects. It's so funny. Typical creative, not done with one project and already thinking of another one to do. Ah. Can you tell I'm addicted to crafting? It's funny because I completely overestimated how much I could do in a 2-hour period. I had all of these different things created so that I could keep going if I was able to, but yeah, definitely got ahead of myself there. Not the tangle. Let's see, how do we untangle you? That is the downside of longer thread. It does get tangled sometimes. Let's see if I can undo it. Hopefully I can undo it. Don't know how that happened. Oh no. Oh no. I don't want to make it worse. It happened before and it was very, very easy to take out. This one looks a little trickier. Okay, we're getting there. I think. Something's moving. There we go. I guess you could take it out more or do smaller thread and just change your thread more, but I feel like that gets also annoying after a while. Oh, this got completely tangled. Oh no. Let's see. There we go, we made it. I am going to untwist this so that we don't get tangles anymore. It got so twisty. There we go. That's so funny. Okay. Yay. If only my hair was that easy to detangle. That would be nice. And here's a definition of twisty. Oh, I went completely further down on this one, but that's okay. It was exactly where this was supposed to go, actually. If I wanted to continue on for this line. Perfect. Okay. Actually works out. I'm also genuinely impressed at these water-soluble papers, because the number of times that I've stuck on this pattern and unstuck it, and it still works really well. I don't advise doing that. I would definitely make sure you just stick it once and call it. But if you need to, it works, which I appreciate. There we go. Have to twist this around. Much easier like this. There we go. Okay, so we're on our last section for this pattern. Let me start at the bottom and work my way up. Alrighty. Nope. Need to put more. loosen it. There we go. Yep, we're good. The good thing is that I'm starting in his armpit. So if I make a mistake, this pattern is actually the least visible of all the ones that we're going to make for the sleeve. A great place to start. I think the surprising thing to me is that Sashiko thread actually feels less like regular thread and more like kind of like floss, I want to say. Like that's the texture that it gives me. It's very thick and kind of sticky. Which might also do with the glue that's on this water-soluble material. Nope, not this one. Let's just start from the back. There we go. Then we go straight across. It is much easier to go through with this thinner thread, or needle, surprisingly enough. I would have thought that with a thicker material it would be kind of like wanting to break, but no, it's actually holding up pretty well. Guess that's what happens when you have good needles. And Sashiko needles definitely need to be good. I think Tulip does a really good job. They're Japanese, so that's definitely their bread and butter to make Sashiko needles like this. I wonder if this is a rule of thumb. Each of these will take me an hour to do. Ew. I am in for a long ride, my friends. A long and fun ride. It's still a long ride. Hee. I went too far up. The second time doing that. I do feel like the other ones will be quicker because I will get the hang of it. I'm hoping to get the hang of it. We'll see. And then we flip. I got confused about the one next to it for a second, not remembering that I got excited and I started a row up earlier. Haha. It's okay, we adjusted. Good. We are good. Nope. I'm starting too far up again. So I'm here, and then on the next row up is here. There we go. I tend to go for the first one I see, but I should be going for the next one up the pattern. Can't get too excited. Okay. There we go. Almost there. Crazy. Our first real pattern is done. Almost done. Almost done. Oh no, I hope we don't run out of thread again. I think we'll be okay. Oop. Oh, I just pulled, slipped it. Okay. This is a little tighter than I would want it to, but we can make the next ones a little looser. We'll see how this looks when we're all done. I think I need to do a better job of tightening and then loosening to let it breathe a little bit. It's a little bit of an art to know exactly what tension to have. An art that I haven't fully mastered yet. I also have a tote bag that I got on one of my trips, and I do plan on doing Sashiko on that tote bag too. I'll probably do like a lighter pattern for that one, so that it's a little easier. Uh-oh, I missed one of the rows. Oh no. Pop back down. I think I might actually even have enough thread to go back down. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, I am excited to see the fireworks though for this weekend. Fireworks and watching more of the World Cup. Like, strangely is really getting into it. I've never been a soccer gal. Okay, I thought oh, there it is. Aha. It's like I thought I missed a row. I did. Down here. There we go. Oh yeah, I definitely have enough thread for this. Do some back stitching. Ah. Push it through. There we go. Let's do some back stitching on these so that our thread stays through. Okay. And I even have enough for a knot. So why not? No, no pun intended. Not exactly how you do a knot, but that's how I'm going to have to do mine because it's easier for me to do. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to take out this one. Whoop, and just stick it elsewhere for now. Maybe somewhere I could definitely tell that it's not meant to be. So I could come back to later. Okay, so I'm going to get my big bowl and fill it with some warm water, and we can see what this pattern looks like. 1 second, I'll be back in 10 seconds. The longest part of that was waiting for water to warm up in our faucet. I'm gonna put these on the side so I don't accidentally melt all of them. And then, so here is our pattern. I'm going to put it in the warm water and it's supposed to dissolve so that we can see our Sashiko. Whoa! There we go. I'm going to take out the water from this. And put this aside. And here it is. Our first piece of Sashiko. So I will alternate this pattern with this pattern. So I'll keep going and I'll do probably another stream where I keep working on this. And I'll do a reveal of the whole thing in a short set too, so that you can see how the whole sleeve looks. Yeah. Thank you so much. I'm so stoked about this. This came out a lot better than I thought it would for my first time doing this, so I'm grateful that it cooperated. I definitely like this book a lot. I literally got it off of Amazon, and it taught me a lot of like how to start this, how to end it, and then how to go through the pattern. So this is really cool actually. I like doing this a lot, so I want to get a lot better at doing Sashiko. This is one of the crafts that I want to work on for sure. So I'm going to come back. You can see my bowl of water still in the background. It's still kind of soaked, so I'm going to need to take out a lot more water from it after this. And I think I'll just go through the rest of the sleeve and not put water on it until it's all done. We have quite a bit to go through. We're done with just this little section. We're gonna keep going around. We have our work cut out for us, but this should be a fun project. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for watching and for sticking around with me. I hope that you had your own craft or your own thing that you were doing in the background too. And yeah, I hope you're enjoying these streams so that you have a little creative break and a little moment out of your week that you can just do something cozy and fun. So I'll be back online streaming on Monday at 7 p.m. and I'll be starting a new game. It's going to be kind of like a witchy vibe type of game, so I'm pretty stoked about that. So we'll do our gameplay on Monday. On Thursday at 7 p.m. we'll do another crafting. I might continue on with the Sashiko. I will have made some progress at that point, so I could just do a part 2 where I could either keep working on the sleeve or we'll be working on the next one, so we can keep going together. All right. Thank you so much. I hope you have an amazing 4th of July weekend if you're in the States. And take care. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. So we'll do our gameplay on Monday. On Thursday at 7 p.m. we'll do another crafting. I might continue on with the Sashiko. I will have made some progress at that point, so I could just do a part 2 where I could either keep working on the sleeve or we'll be working on the next one, so we can keep going together. All right. Thank you so much. I hope you have an amazing 4th of